And God this summer kind of taught me this. We were going on a family trip. We went to Florida. My 3 of our kids and my husband and my mom and dad were going to join us, and my sister and her 2 kids. And so we're on our way to Florida, and Bill says, hey, I think we should go deep sea fishing. And I said, well, y'all can do that. And and Jacob, our son, was like, yes, I want to do that. And so Bill said, can you call and find some places? So I did. I called and found a boat. And they said 6 people can ride on this boat. You pay for 6 people regardless of how many go. And so then 2 of our girls are with us, and they said, yeah, we'll go. And then I called my dad, and he said, yes, I want to go. So there were 5 people on the boat. And they said, Mom, there's 1 place left. You should come. You should come. And I said, no, because, when I was talking to the man, he told about how early it left. And, 0 dark 30 that's just not something I want to do. And they said, no, you have to come. We're paying for it anyway. You should come. And so finally I said, okay. And I decided I was really going more as a documentarian. Like I was going to take some pictures and, see Jacob catch his first fish, hopefully, whatever. So we get to the boat. It is so early. It is so dark. And some of them wanted to watch the sunrise. I'm like, I'm fine. Y'all wake me up when we get to where we need to be. And so we go out there, and when we get way out into the ocean, the man says, okay, now I'm going to give you your instructions. And I wasn't really paying attention because I didn't think I was really going to catch fish. And so he gave all of this, stuff he was talking about, and then he started passing out the belts. And if you've gone deep sea fishing, they give you these plastic belts and with these holster things, and he gave me one, and I thought, well, okay. And so then I had that, and then he went around and he started giving people the rods, and he was putting the bait on them, and he gave 2 of the girls theirs, and then he got to me, and I felt embarrassed to tell him that I had not been listening. And so I was like, hey, thanks. And so, meow. And I remembered I didn't know. The whatever, the line was just, and I thought, oh, this is terrible. And I was trying to watch what other people were doing, and I was kind of doing this. And all of a sudden, I had a fish on the line. I knew I did. The rod was kind of bowed, and I could feel it was pulling. And so I did the only thing that I knew to do, and I started to scream. And I was like, oh my gosh, I caught a fish. And I told the man, I bet you didn't even see that coming. I'm just, Mom caught the first fish. And he just kept helping people. And so I'm reeling, and after a while it got heavier and heavier. It was getting harder. My shoulder was hurting. I was like, somebody needs to help me. It's terrible. And so finally I looked at him, and he's, down helping somebody else, and I go, I don't know what to do. And he said, it was like a run-on sentence. And he said, step back and lay it down. And I kept reeling, and I go, what? And he goes, step back and lay it down. And I keep doing this, and at this point, I'm thinking I've caught like a whale. It is hurting. And I'm doing this, and I'm doing this. And I go, finally, I kind of yelled at him, and I go, I don't know what that means. And he walked over, and he kind of sighed, and he goes, step back. And I go, like this? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, now lay it down. And I go, the rod? He goes, yeah, the rod. And I go, okay, well, it's really heavy. And he goes, I know, lay it down, lean it against the boat. And so I took it out, and I leaned it against the boat, and y'all, the weirdest thing happened. Because when it was leaned against the boat, it was so easy to pull that fish in. And it was the biggest, prettiest, pink, even called it pink fish. It was a pink red snapper. Well, I don't know, pink snapper, I don't know. I called it pink, but maybe it's red, I don't know. But anyway, and then, this is not a fish story, this is true. Y'all, I caught more fish that day. It was a 2 per person limit. I think I caught 8. It was getting embarrassing. Bill and Jacob were not having the best of days, and I was going, aren't you so glad I came? We can have dinner because I am here catching the I've been reminded of that so often, that God wants us to have peace. And to have that peace, he's going, girl, step back and lay it down. And y'all, that verse that says, cast your burdens on the Lord, isn't that funny? It's even a fishing, cast. I mean, I was like, God, you all the way when you wrote the Bible, you were thinking of that story. We have a lot of jokes, but anyway, but I love that he is saying, cast your burdens, and we can step back and we can lay it down, because that is peace. And